What is up, YouTube? Alright guys, so today we're going to be obtaining the trifecta of BURG.L chips. So we are going to be obtaining the BURG.L chips in the red anthill on top of the picnic table and inside the sandbox here. Just a pre-expedition checklist before you embark. You will need the assistant manager's key card in order to obtain the BURG.L chip within the sandbox. It unlocks the lab area that houses the BURG.L chip. For the picnic table, you are going to need a tier 2 hammer, a bone dagger, and one brat burst bomb. And for the red anthill, these are just recommendations, but I do recommend having a torch and the red ant armor. It makes traversing the red anthill much easier and makes that BURG.L chip much easier to obtain. Alright guys, so let's get into this here. So what we're going to do is you're just going to follow me into the red anthill here. And they made the red ant eggs much more abundant here, so it's a lot easier to make brat burst bombs. So I do recommend maybe snagging some of those while you're in here. We're going to hang a left here once you reach that fork. And we are going to just descend into the red ant hill here. So once you reach this fork here, you're going to hang a right, and your BURG.L chip is sitting back here deep in the red ant hill. Alright, once we've obtained that, we're just going to ascend here. As long as you're going uphill, you're going the right general direction here, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. Gonna hang a right here, now that we've reached the red ant eggs once again. And we have exited the red anthill. Alright guys, so our next location is this direction here on the map. We are essentially going to the leaning shovel here. I'm going to mark it with a waypoint. Alrighty. Make sure to avoid the haze zone if you have not turned it off yet. So guys, what we're aiming for here is that pink cassette tape right there. It's going to take us where we need to go. Once you hop on the tape, you're going to be able to see the leaning shovel here. And that is where we are headed. Alright guys, so once we reach this point, this is where we will in fact need our brat burst bomb here. So what you're going to do is once you get here, just going to go into your inventory here, equip your brat burst bomb, and just chuck it kind of right in between the rock and the shovel there. Then what's going to happen is it's going to explode, and your shovel will fall, giving you access to the picnic table. But we're not going to go up there yet. What we're looking for here is an area that has some water and an exposed pipe. So this is in fact where you will need your bone dagger in order to access the area that gives you the Minotaur maze key. Go ahead, equip that. You do not need any breathing equipment here. And here is your Minotaur maze key. Just gonna chop this soggy root up with your bone dagger. and that will get you your Minotaur maze key. Once you snag that, you can exit the pipe up here, and we will continue.
Don't even need to boil it.
Alright, so you may have to fight some bees on top of the picnic bench, as most of you know. So I do recommend bringing a crossbow to do so. You can fight them with a melee weapon, but I think a crossbow is easier. Sometimes they are docile, sometimes they are aggressive. It really is random. Hopefully there's no bees over here. But you may run into one or two at this point. Alright guys, so we're just going to hop on the spork here and aim for that nail on the other end. Alrighty, so this is where you will in fact need your hammer here. So what we're going to do is we're going to run up and smack this cooler handle, and it will drop, allowing us access to the top of the picnic table here. So aiming for that Minotaur maze over there.
Better than starving, I think.
Alright, so we're just going to hang a left here. Crow feather over there if you want to snag that. There will be some raw science in this next room here. I believe it's 500 big ones. And then you will find your chest right here. And we just got that Minotaur maze key, so you can pop that open. And you will find another BURG.L chip and a Scabby. Alrighty. Alrighty, so for our third and final BURG.L chip here, the one in the sandbox. Going to exit the maze here. Hang a left. And you will need about 20 silk. I believe it's 20 silk to complete the zip line that takes you to the sandbox here. I already have it completed, but once you do in fact complete it. Cool, okay. So once you do in fact have that completed, you can take it to the sandbox here. So you can get this BURG.L chip during the day, but it's kind of annoying as you will take sizzle damage if you don't have the antlion armor. So I do recommend going at dusk or dawn when there is no sizzle damage. Or you could just go during the day and brave it. It's actually not that hard to find shade for the most part. Avoid the antlions preferably. And you have reached your shady area. Alright, once you reach the yellow shovel, guys, what you're going to be looking for is kind of a... So from the front of it here, you're going to want to run up kind of over here. You will find a battery kind of enveloped in sand, and you're going to want to go off to the left. The entrance to the lab is right here. You're going to pop that assistant manager's key card, and you have found your third BURG.L chip. I think an ant spawns behind me somewhere. Maybe not. Anyway, that is your sandbox BURG.L chip, and we have now found all of the Trifecta chips. Alright guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you did enjoy this tutorial, or if it was in fact helpful, please leave a like. That always helps me out. Thank you guys so much, and have a good one. Alright guys, so today we're going to be obtaining the trifecta of BURG.L chips. As long as this wolf spider doesn't attack me, but it looks like he's going to, so I have to move.